live from the Pucci Pavilion on the campus of Colfax High School. Touchdown Productions, now in our 18th season of local high school sports television, is proud to present Colfax Lady Falcon basketball. Tonight in the PVL Championship game, your second place Colfax Lady Falcons take on the first place Placer Lady Hillmen. At stake tonight is a share of the PVL title, and all the basketball action is coming up right here, right now on your NorCal Game of the Week. It's been 2 years since the NorCal Game of the Week has visited the campus of Colfax High School, but we are here tonight in the newly dedicated Pucci Pavilion to bring you this battle for the PVL Championship as the Colfax Lady Falcons take on the first place Placer Lady Hillmen. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Steve Sitter, the voice of Touchdown Productions, and it's my pleasure to have legendary Colfax coach and the man they named the pavilion after, Ron Pucci, joining me in the broadcast booth tonight. Our producer and director in the Commander 2 is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and of course the rest of the Touchdown Productions sports team of Sanyu Enos, Tony Rondini, and Terry Wallace have made the trip to Colfax for this very important league match. Ron, this is a big game for the Lady Falcons, wouldn't you say?
Hey, that's right, Steve. Second-year coach Rich Simpkin has a very small squad, but they have stood tall in the PVL this season and can claim a share of the PVL title with a win tonight. With these two teams met on January 30th, they were both undefeated, and the Hillmen were able to take care of business at home and beat the Falcons 43-36.
And since then, both teams have maintained their dominance over the PVL. And now we wind up here on a President's Day senior night in Colfax with the home crowd advantage and one final opportunity to claim a share of this year's league title. So with both teams out on the floor, we'll step aside for our first break of the evening. When we return, we'll take a look at all the standings in the final week before playoffs, have the Colfax Senior Celebration, and get ready for the tip-off. So stay with us. It's the number 2 Colfax Lady Falcons and the first place Placer Lady Hillmen coming up next right here on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Accidents happen, and Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We're back on the campus of Colfax High School. We're right in the middle of the senior night celebration. They just thanked and gave roses to the 6 Placer Lady Hillmen seniors, which is very convenient, seeing as how Colfax has 8 players and only 3 of them are seniors. So there's a big age difference and experience difference between these 2 squads. And first up, they offer McKenna Glisson, who's a 5'8" senior.
Mike and Marcy and her sister Miranda. Her greatest accomplishment in high school is maintaining a 4.1 GPA while working and playing sports year-round. She'd like to thank her family and chosen family for all their support. McKenna will attend Cal Poly and study biochemistry next year. And now, her junior introductee, Kylie Bauer.
I've been lucky enough to have gotten to play with basketball with Mac these past 2 years. Along with being an amazing teammate, Mac has a great sense of humor. Every day she finds a way to make all of us laugh. I've had so much fun both on and off the court with her. Her bright personality and leadership have helped make this an unforgettable season. I feel so fortunate to be able to call Mac one of my very close friends. Thank you for all the hilarious memories and good luck next year. We'll all miss you tons. Love you tons, Macadamia Nut.
That was Kylie Bauer giving a heartfelt semi-speech about McKenna Glisson, the 5'8" senior and power forward.
Janet Williams.
And there's number 22, Janet Williams, the 5'7" senior guard.
Hector and Deborah Rodriguez. One of Janet's greatest accomplishments was improving her grades to all A's and B's. She is a 4-year basketball athlete. She would like to thank her family, friends, and the Colfax staff for their love and support and helping her create so many great memories this year. Her junior introductee.
Congratulations, Jeanette, on a great senior year here at Colfax. We're so lucky to have you both as a teammate and a friend this year. You were such a huge contribution to our team, and we are fortunate that we both became so close to you in such a short amount of time.
Good luck in the future. We're sure you'll be successful whatever you do. Next year won't be the same without your huge mob head and a bullet shot. We love you and hope to maintain our friendship for years following. Good luck tonight and congrats on an amazing senior year.
This is Janet Williams. Our final senior is number 10, Taylor Avila.
And the third senior, number 10, Taylor Avila, the 5'5" points leader.
And her sister Stevie, brother Mark, and her grandparents, Rich and Carol Spence. She would like to thank her family and friends for always supporting her, and her coaches, Rich, Doug, and Rex, for always supporting her and pushing her to be her best. Her biggest accomplishment was being moved up her sophomore year and receiving honorable mention, then her junior year receiving all league. Her plans next year are to go to college and major in kinesiology and also continue playing basketball. And now her junior inductee.
I have had the opportunity to play with Taylor since 4th grade at Colfax Elementary. Ever since then, she's always been the hardest working, most passionate player on the court. She has been a great role model to both myself and her team. Tay, you'll be missed next year more than you know. I am forever grateful to have you as a teammate and as a friend. Love you, Tay.
This is Taylor Avila.
12.8 points per game, 41% field goal percentage. Excellent player.
For our seniors and their families.
And of course, this night is as much about the family as it is the actual seniors, as the immense time commitment and the energy required to, get the players to and from practices and games pretty much all over the state is almost immeasurable. And it's also a testament to this Colfax team that on a holiday they manage to essentially pack the gym. And I know when I was at Bear River, it would have taken a lot more than a basketball game to get me on campus during a 3-day weekend, but somehow this Colfax team has managed to do it, and I'm sure that 9-0 record has a big part. So with the senior festivities over, let's take a look at the 2015 standings. See the top two teams, Placer and Colfax. Placer at 9-0, Colfax at 8-1, just a slightly better record overall. I believe that's a game and a half ahead of Colfax. And underneath, Lincoln is the closest at 5-4. Essentially, Placer and Colfax have dominated the PVL this year, and very, very rare that the PVL has been this lopsided. See Bear River and Center both at 1-8. Very unusual to see two teams in the PVL have very, very low records like that. And take a look at the SFL standings. Oak Ridge and Del Oro have pretty much dominated the SFL. Oak Ridge at a perfect 11-0, Del Oro at 9-2. And Nevada Union putting a good show on this year at third at 7-4. And the rest, Folsom, Wood Creek, Granite Bay, and Rockland. Again, very unusual, the SFL and PVL, usually very competitive with at least 4 teams vying for those top 3 spots, but this year it's been the top 2 and everyone else. Take a look at the boys PVL standings. Foothill Placer on top at 8-1, and Lincoln close but just couldn't quite get in the top 2 at 6-3. But Placer overall 20-5, 7 straight wins, very, very impressive numbers. Center at 3-6, and Colfax and Bear River down there at 1-8. Certainly a disappointing year for the Bruins in both boys and girls basketball this year. And looking at the boys SFL standings, again, those top 2 teams just absolutely dominating. Folsom and Wood Creek with identical records at 10-1 in league and 22-4 overall. And in keeping with that interesting statistic, Oak Ridge and Granite Bay 6-5, 5-6 respectively, but both 16-9, very evenly matched. And Rockland, Del Oro 4-8, 3-8, just half a game between them overall. And Nevada Union at 1-10. They lost a lot of their big guns this year. Folsom and Wood Creek, of course, beat each other, which is their one loss. Very, very interesting statistics this year. And be sure to join us next week as the Nevada Union Lady Miners in their final game take on Wood Creek. Lady Miners looking to cap off a pretty good season, stick in 3rd place. And in a year where a lot of people thought it would be more of a rebuilding year, the few seniors and their 2 underclassmen have really pushed them forward and kept them in the playoff race. But we are here tonight at the Ron Pucci Pavilion, and we see the battle of 1st and 2nd place, the Colfax Lady Falcons and the Placer Lady Hillmen. Placer at 9-0 and Colfax 8-1, their only loss at the hands of the Lady Hillmen. So here we are, Steve Sitter and Ron Pucci here at the Ron Pucci Pavilion. And we're here looking at an excellent matchup tonight. Ron, what are you looking for tonight?
Well, anytime Colfax and Placer get together, it's a battle. As you said earlier, Colfax's only loss in the league is to Placer. And it was a close game. So we'll see how the home court advantage works for Colfax tonight. Colfax is a small team in numbers and in size, whereas Placer has a lot of girls on their team and has very good size. But I think it's going to be a great contest. I really do. Good crowd here tonight. Both teams are playing well towards the end of the season, getting ready for playoffs. So I'm looking for a great game. Yeah,
and taking a look at their roster, you mentioned the size difference. Colfax Lady Falcons with only 8 players and 3 seniors, and the Placer Lady Hillmen with 12 players and 6 seniors. Colfax only has the 1 6-foot and 1 6'1" player in Kylie Bauer, who is averaging 9 rebounds per game and a 47% field goal percentage, most of those points coming in the paint on second chance opportunities. But looking at Placer, they have 3 10-point per game scorers, 3 40+% field goal percentage shooters, and 2 6'1" players in Bailey Vanderdoes and Gabby Baker. So it definitely looks like on paper Placer has the definite advantages in size, depth, and record.
Very true, but once again, they still got to go out and play the game. You know, mentioning Colfax only having 8 players, really, you only need 5. We know that. And 8 is an ideal number because every girl knows they'll probably get in the game. So that makes for a nice rotation of 8 players. But we'll get, once again, Placer is Division III, and they're headed to the Division III playoffs. They're right now number 5, and that means they'll probably be getting a home game. And Colfax is number 3 in the Division IV playoffs right now. So both teams want to play well tonight, get some momentum, get ready for the playoffs. And, once you get to the playoffs, it's a single elimination tournament. It's anybody's game. You never know. You get hot at the right time, and you can go a long ways in Division IV and Division III playoffs. So should be a very exciting basketball game tonight.
Yeah, and as mentioned, even though this is President's Day and a holiday, no school, they've still managed to pack this gym, which is just a testament to their popularity and just how great they're playing this year, that they managed to pry students out of their beds and whatever they may have been doing today to watch a basketball game on campus. That's a very, very, very good sign for Colfax, and we'll see how big that home court advantage plays tonight.
I agree. Home court advantage is always, I think it'd be 8 to 10 points, depending on who you're playing. I think if it's even, it's a good advantage to have. However, if the other team is superior, it doesn't really matter where you play. I think it's going to be a very good basketball game, very evenly contested. I'll be disappointed if it's not.
Colfax went pretty far in playoffs last year, and giving them even more experience this time in the postseason, I'm sure has really prepared them for this game.
Absolutely. You got to remember the PVL is basically a Division III league. Colfax and Bear River are the only 2 schools that are D4. All the other schools are D3. Colfax has an enrollment of about 650 students. We're declining enrollment. I know Bear River's in the same boat. They're declining enrollment too. So we got to play against the big boys. I think both teams are battle tested, but where the Colfax has always been known as the little train that's chugging uphill, trying to do more with less. And I think you'll see a great effort from the Falcons tonight. I try to be unbiased as a courtside reporter, but I'm always, I'm going to be pulling for the Falcons down and deep.
Yeah, and this Placer team, I'm sure they're going to fight very, very hard to keep their perfect record this year. I know when I was a senior baseball player at Bear River, we lost our first game of league, and that pretty much just drove us to win the rest, which is exactly what we did.
Absolutely.
And that one loss, it really can be a specter. So I'm sure with Colfax losing their one game, they've pretty much figured, hey, we've got nothing to lose. We got one loss. Let's give them one loss. Let's tie and prove that these D4 teams can really come and play with the best D3 teams. That's
right. Friday night, the Colfax boys who've been struggling this year to get wins. Placer came in here. I think they might have been a little overconfident, and they won a 1-point game. It came down to the last shot of the game. Colfax had a shot, went off the back rim. Would have been an incredible upset. Placer has an excellent team, very well coached by Coach Lee. But you never know. High school kids, 18-year-old young people, you never know what's going to happen. That's why they play the game. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen tonight. I might add that Tony Camelucci, the very fine Placer girls coach, played for me in 1982, and at one time was Colfax High School's all-time leading scorer. He's was a great player and does a great job coaching at Placer.
Wow, that was about 6.5 years before I was born.
You were just a mere shadow in your mama's eyes.
Oh, something like that.
Something like that, yes. But Tony does a great job with the girls. The girls love playing for him. And Coach Simpkin for Colfax has really done an excellent job. Colfax has had a great girls tradition. They've won 2 state championships at the girls level. And he has really done an excellent job. Their girls play really hard and well coached, run good stuff, and a very, very disciplined team, and I really enjoy watching them play.
We saw the JV game, and Placer's JV team pretty much dominated the entire game. They ended up winning 42-26, scoring 15 points in the 4th quarter and allowing Colfax only 4. So that was certainly not what this home crowd wanted to see before this big game.
Very true, very true. But once again, I think generally Colfax kids are a little later developing, smaller school, so on and so forth. Very few people remember your JV record. It's important. It's an important developmental program, but people are here to watch the varsity. That's the big show. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, that really is what everyone's here to see tonight.
Absolutely.
Battle of the top two teams. Very different teams on paper. I'm sure they play very different styles of basketball, especially when you consider with Colfax, they only have one player who averages more than 10 points per game. That is Taylor Avia at 12.8 points per game, and she's shooting 41% from the field. The 5'5" point guard, and it's very unusual in high school for the point guard to do most of the scoring. Usually she is the offensive assist, mostly assists and steals. Don't see too much point scoring, but on this Colfax team, she is the top scorer.
You know, I was able to talk to Coach Simpkin before the game. He gave Taylor Avila the ultimate compliment. He said in his years of coaching, she is the toughest girl he's ever coached. He had nothing but positive things to say about her. Her leadership ability, her toughness, her ability to score, and the ability to lead this team. So very impressive. On the other hand, I talked to Coach Camelucci. He's very, very impressed with his girls. He likes his girls a lot. Right now, Raquel, how do we say her last name? Chiarte, yes, is I guess an outstanding volleyball player and has a knee injury, so she is a little iffy for tonight's game. He told me, he said, watch her. He said she is really athletic, has excellent jumping ability, and she's healthy and she can go tonight. Looking forward to watching her play.
Yeah, her statistics this year are phenomenal. She is a 5'10" senior. She has 12 points per game, 9.6 rebounds per game, and a team-high 48% field goal percentage, which is truly phenomenal. So with all those numbers thrown at you, we will step aside with a few minutes to go before tip-off on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We will be right back.
Magnuson's Toyota and Scion is celebrating 25 years serving you in the foothills. Right now, Magnuson's carries the first all-electric SUV, and they're still the home of the Toyota Tundra. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is right down the street and features the new Ram diesel truck, Jeep Wranglers, and Grand Jeep Cherokee. It's Magnuson's Auburn Toyota and Magnuson's Dodge, both in Auburn.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Gil. We are here at Colfax High School. Placer Lady Hillmen and the Colfax Lady Falcons going at it for the championship game. Colfax with 1 loss, and Placer is the team that gave it to them. So we will stand now for the national anthem before this championship basketball game.
She sings our national anthem.
What an excellent way to kick off a good night of basketball. Do you remember the first game in this gym, Ron?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. You know, I really can't tell you the first game in this gym. Oh, first round of NorCal, okay. Yeah, Monte Vista, yes, they beat us. We won. Well, see, I don't remember it, Gil. It was a long time ago. Long time ago.
So the starters for Placer being announced. Number 4, Sydney Wegner. Number 2, Rachel Girarde. Number 11, Maddie Hernandez. Number 14, Nicole Lee. And number 34, Bailey Vanderdoes. So 3 starting seniors. Bailey Vanderdoes, the junior, and Maddie Hernandez, the junior. 2 junior captains. And for Colfax, 5'5" senior Taylor Avila. Number 22, Janet Williams, the 5'7" senior guard.
Shooting guard, junior, number 3, Kira Hyman.
Number 3, Kira Hyman, the 5'9" junior at forward.
Senior captain, number 24, McKenna Glisson.
Number 24, McKenna Glisson, the 5'8" senior captain power forward. And number 11, the rebound leader for this team, the 6'1" junior, Kylie Bauer.
And Doug Mickle.
So we're just about ready for tip-off. Ron, any final thoughts?
No, just in talking to both coaches before the game, Coach Camalucci felt they had to really control Taylor Avila, her penetration, and block the Falcons off the board. And Coach Simpkin really felt they had to do a job on Miss Vanderdoes. Bailey Vanderdoes felt that she was the key to that team, and they could control her, keep her off the boards, and do a job on her. They would have a chance to compete with Placer. So let's see what's going to happen here.
Interestingly for Placer, Rachel Chiarde at 5'10" is taking the tip instead of the 6'1" captain Bailey Vanderdoes. And the tip is won by Colfax. There's a 3-inch size advantage.
Placer starts off in a man-to-man defense.
And a quick steal.
Colfax tried to throw a little flare screen and it was intercepted.
Now at the other end, a pass down low. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound taken, Colfax. And they are quickly up the court.
Good rebound by Miss Bauer, Kaylee Bauer.
Avila sets up the offense. Nice spin move inside, dishes down low, and that pass knocked out of bounds by Chiardi.
That's what Coach Camillucci was concerned about, was that penetration into the key area, and they got away with that time.
15 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Falcons. And now it's down to 7. As Avila looks to take a long three, passes off to Hyman. Hyman drives, lays it up and in.
Beautiful up and under move. Falcons in a zone press.
And Sydney Wegner steps out of bounds, so that is the first Placer turnover of the game.
That press is designed to push the ball to the sidelines and trap the corners, and Placer fell right into that one.
2-0 Colfax early in this game. Almost a double dribble, pass off to Glisson. Glisson thought about the long two, decided against it, gives to Hyman. Hyman back up top for Avila, runs into the screening. Hyman drives with the left hand, no good, off the rim. Rebound taken, Placer. Now Placer quickly up the court. Hernandez down in the corner for Wegner. Wegner down low. Nice spin move and in. Rachel Chiardi with a nice layup.
Excellent post feed through the ball to the open hand and a nice drop step and power layup.
Now it is 2-all. Colfax goes left side. Back to the right, 3 on the way. No good, rebound taking Chiardi. Placer with it once again, quickly up the court, Hernandez. Nice bounce pass, down low for Chiardi. Chiardi spins, draws the foul, but can't convert, so she will go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, Steve, that's Placer's what they call early offense. After a make or miss, they're going to push the ball down the court. Their post man, their 5-man will run to the block. Very nice post feed. I believe that was a travel. We watched that in replay when she pulled that back foot. It was a nice step under move. However, you don't get that when you pull that back foot, it's usually a travel.
Her first shot is...
She looks like Oscar Robertson. You have to be very old to know who the Big O was, but he shot free throws exactly like that, one hand. Not a bad technique if you can make them.
And the second shot is no good. Rebound taken, Lady Falcons. Avila, long up pass for Hyman. Hyman up and blocked. Chiardi got back quickly and got excellent position to block that otherwise easy layup. Inbound pass for Glisson. Glisson takes a step right, no good. Offensive rebound. A long 3 on the way. That's no good, and the rebound's taken by Vanderdoes.
Well, Vanderdoes always showing her presence already. She discouraged that layup and got a good rebound.
Bauer quickly up court, throws it down for Chiardi and back out. Now Wegner has it. Wegner thought about a 3, no good. Nice recovery, long 2 off the glass and no good, but an offensive rebound. And a new shot clock for the Lady Hillmen. There's Vanderdoes driving, flips it up with the right hand, no good. While bouncing around, but Vanderdoes gets her own rebound and gets the second chance points.
Very, very impressive. She kept that ball alive. She made a good move to the basket. That's why she's a Division I prospect.
Long pass up for Hyman, knocked away, knocked out of bounds off of Maddie Hernandez, so it will stay with the Lady Falcons.
There's Vanderdoes pulling the ball through, going strong to the basket, using the glass nicely. Good second effort on her part.
Back to live action. Hyman takes the 3. No good. Rebound taken. Hernandez. And Hernandez quickly up court with the left hand, throws it back out. Knocked away and stolen away. And 1-on-0, the easy layup for Kira Hyman is good. 4-4 with Hyman with all 4 Lady Falcons points. Almost picked off by Williams. But the Lady Hillmen get into the half court. Down in the corner, long pass out. And a 3 on the way from Placer, first of the night. No good, rebound taken by the Lady Falcons, and up the court they go. looking to push is Avila. Avila up and no good, but she draws the foul and will shoot 2.
This was the breakaway layup by Kira Hyman. She anticipated the pass, stepped in the passing lane. Nice right-handed layup. This last play, Taylor Avila showed her toughness there, going the length of the court, drawing contact, and getting on the free throw line for 2 free throws.
And that first free throw is missed, and we have Rain Lilly in the game for McKenna Glisson. And Courtney Kirkland in for Jeanette Williams. Second free throw for Avila is good, and she gets on the board. 5-4 Colfax lead early in the first quarter.
Colfax back to a 1-1-3 zone. Change defenses.
Just knocked out of bounds by Avila. She got a little bit more.
I know she has a chronic shoulder, and I think she occasionally dislocates it. And that looks like what happened there.
Yeah, it looks like she's.
Those chronic shoulders can pop in and pop out. She's a tough kid. We'll see how she does.
I think she's got Coach Simpton to pop it back in.
Yeah, hope there are no lawyers in the stands. But she's a tough kid. I've seen her do this before, and she usually bounces back. But it's a very, very painful thing. Very painful.
She comes out, and Janet Williams.
Yeah, she's telling Coach she wants back in. Tough kid.
So Placer with 19 on the shot clock. They will have some time, and we've got looks like a foul called, probably a block on the drive.
You know, Steve, Colfax started off man-to-man. They shifted to a 1-1-3 zone. Try to take away some of Placer's penetration. We'll see if it works.
And Taylor Avila comes back in the game for Janet Williams.
Yeah, hard to keep her on the bench. She's too tough.
Pass inbounded nicely over to Chiarte, and she puts it up and in.
Nice little jump hook by Chiarte. Excellent post feed.
6-5 lead for the Lady Hillmen. And Colfax brings it up. Avila quickly draws a foul.
Colfax runs a dribble drive kind of motion offense, a lot of penetration, and that's the second team foul on Placer.
Both teams with 2 team fouls. High inbound pass for Bauer over to Hyman. Hyman back over to Avila. Move with the left hand. Hyman gives off to Lilly. Lilly tries to drive, gives it back to Hyman. Hyman across for Avila. Avila trying to get a step. Just does. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Now Avila with the long 3. No good, and Vanderdoes with the rebound.
That is not the shot the Falcons wanted that time. Shot clock forced it though.
Hernandez calls out the play. Tries to go right side, then changes her mind, goes left. Wegner swung around for Hernandez. Hernandez, long pass for Wegner. Wegner with the 3 blocked and taken by Lilly. Colfax quickly up court, up pass for Kirkland. Kirkland decides not to take that 3. And
Avila's shoulders out of whack again. It's it could be a long night for her.
And so I believe it was a referee timeout, as they noticed that Avila was hurt, and Avila is laughing incredulously, going, "I'm fine. Dislocated shoulder."
I think she has to go out of the game when the referees stop it.
And she does come out.
She'll be right back in. Watch her. A lot of heart. Girl's got a lot of heart.
As a baseball player, dislocated shoulder sounds a lot worse to me.
Oh, it's not good. Very painful.
Inbound pass to Bauer. Bauer to Hyman. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Down low for Williams. Williams couldn't catch the pass cleanly, so they're forced to come back out. Hyman gets a step, passes off to Bauer. Bauer goes up with a shot, and it's blocked, so it will stay Colfax ball with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Steve, the Falcons are trying to get 2 feet in the paint. That's part of that dribble drive motion offense. When they do, they're very effective. Off the dribble.
There's the pass out for Lilly. Lilly drives with the left hand, puts it up off the glass, no good. Collects her own rebound, and Colfax can now regroup with a fresh shot clock. Kirkland with the left hand, stops, takes the 3, and nails it. (8-6) Colfax lead. Placer with possession. The three on the way, misses everything. And it will go to Colfax as the crowd chants the inevitable air ball.
That was a wide open shot by Vanderdoos. However, when you're 6'1", it'd be nice to be around the basket, you would think.
Williams drives, and her pass is stolen by Placer. Nicely picked. I think Placer is wised up to the give and go. Placer at the other end, up and good. Nicole Lee was wide open under the basket and puts it up and in for two. 8-all.
Great pass by Chiarte for the high post.
Colfax looking to answer back. Williams with the left hand is up. Nice shot pass to Kylie Bauer, and she puts it in.
But Steve, when Colfax gets that dribble penetration, both feet in the key, it causes help, and it's hard to block off. That caused that rebound.
Long passes from Placer on the other end. Baseline drive kicked out. Three on the way. Bounces around and in. Maddie Hernandez with her first 3 points of the night, and it's 11-10 with under a minute left in the first quarter.
Shooter's touch by Maddie Hernandez.
Hard screen on top of the key. Well, Colfax still looking. That touch pass no good, but it finds its way to Bauer. Bauer draws Vanderdoos in the air, but still can't make the shot. Placer winds up with the rebound, and about a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass down low finds its way to Lady Hillmen. Vanderdoos drives, shot blocked, rebound taken by Colfax, and up the court they go, and the shot clock is off.
You know, Steve, Vanderdoos had no clock awareness. They should have got the last shot of the quarter there.
5 seconds now. Long three on the way up, no good. Rebound taken by Vanderdoos, and that's the end of an action-packed first quarter of basketball. The Colfax Falcons behind by 1 to the Placer Lady Hillmen, 11-10. And this is exactly the game we were expecting. Two teams with different philosophies, but playing equal levels of basketball.
You know, Steve, Placer has a decided height and strength advantage. The Falcons are a little quicker. So it's a real chess match here. We'll see how it goes in the second quarter.
I see the Casey Wood scoreboard. The Placer Lady Hillmen on top of the Colfax Lady Falcons, 11-10. Top scorer for Placer, Rachel Chiarte with 4 points. Maddie Hernandez with 3. Nicole Lee and Bailey Vanderdoos with 2 each. Over for Colfax, Kira Hyman with 4. Kirkland with 3. Bauer with 2. And Avila with 1.
There's an example of the dribble drive motion. They get into the paint. That causes the defense to collapse on the dribble driver. Opens up rebounding angles. Good offensive rebound by the Falcons.
And the stats look very similar. Each team with 2 offensive rebounds. Placer with 2 more defensive rebounds than Colfax. Each team with 2 turnovers. Placer's 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. Colfax is 1 for 6. Placer 0 for 2 on free throws. Colfax 1 for 2. Both teams not exactly dead-eye free throw shooters on the season. Placer will start the second quarter with possession. Swinging around, long 3, and good. Amber Burchell with a 3-pointer.
Well, the ball went from the right side to the left side, made the zone shift. She had a wide open 3, she nailed it.
14-10 the lead. Colfax looking for some offensive production. There's the drive with the left hand. No good, but with the offensive rebound, they get a fresh shot clock. Pass down low for Kirkland. Kirkland hands it off to Bauer. Bauer, no good off the glass, and the rebound is now corralled by the Lady Hillmen.
Colfax is getting good shots. They just can't make them right now.
Almost stolen by Kirkland, but it will be the 3rd Colfax foul of the half and the 1st on Kirkland.
You know, see, these referees are allowing these girls to play. It's a physical game, but it's being well officiated.
And both teams are playing at about equal levels. Nice block steal from Bauer, which forces a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Lady Falcons.
You know, you're playing against the zone. Usually the zone has their hands up. You got to throw the bounce pass, fake the high pass, throw the bounce pass. That would have been a good pass had it been a bounce pass.
14-10 in the second quarter. Lady Hillmen on top of the Lady Falcons. Kirkland with it, right side. Moves left, takes the three. No good, and almost saved by Kiara Hyman, but not quite. So we have some subs coming in for the Lady Falcons. Williams and Glisson will come in for Kirkland and Hyman. Placer takes the long two. No good, but the offensive rebound corralled by Chiarte and put in.
Chiarte is very active on the offensive glass. 75% of the shots shot from one side, go to the opposite side, the weak side. She was ready for the rebound.
Glisson drives up against Vanderdoes, and she's going to get knocked for a travel.
It's a good move, except the feet shuffled. Once again, Colfax is getting good shots, good penetration. They have a hard time finishing against over the Placer size.
Well, the 6'1" Vanderdoes standing in the middle of the paint is very intimidating.
Very imposing, yes.
Dribble down to the baseline. And this will be a Placer turnover, as it looked like the ball was underneath a couple players, and they're going to say it was underneath Chiarte last.
Well, Lily made an excellent hustle play. Got on the floor for that ball and caused that jump ball situation.
The full court press is immediately called off.
Let's see how Taylor Avila does with her shoulder here. She's back in the game. They're going to need her.
That pass down low, too hot to handle. Another Colfax turnover. That is their fourth.
Steve, that's got to be a bounce pass. That pass is very tough to catch.
These teams both playing pretty clean, doing a good job of holding on to possession.
Yeah.
Only 7 turnovers between them. There's a long pass, a wide open three. No good. Offensive rebound by Vanderdoes, up and in.
Well, I'd like to see Vanderdoes do more of that. Stay around the basket, use her size and her strength, and a good offensive rebound by her.
Placer is 0 for 2 on free throws in the first quarter. As a team, they have shot 66% from the free throw line.
Here you see the shot. That time the ball came off on the same side it was shot. She was ready, hands were up, uses the glass, banks it in.
And she nails her free throw. Vanderdoes with 5 on the night, and Placer increases their lead to 9. Colfax looking for their first points of the quarter. Kirkland gives to Avila. Avila looking for someone to pass to. There's a down low and a foul on Chiarte. She goes over the back of Bauer.
That's a foul 99% of the time. You got to get position, get around in the low post, deny with the correct hand.
Just the third team foul on Placer, the first on Chiarte. Doesn't look like either team is getting in too much foul trouble. Long pass for Kirkland. Gives to Avila. Avila switches to the right hand, takes the jump shot, and nails it. Avila with 3. (19-12) the score, 4:30 left in the second quarter. Another 3 on the way. That goes over the end of the backboard and goes off the hand of Wegner, who looked like she climbed the back of Glisson to knock it out of bounds.
Well, I really liked how Jeanette Williams blocked off on that on the weak side.
Avila brings it up, takes the long 3 off the screen, no good. Rebound Placer, and a foul. I believe this will be on Kirkland after that ball was corralled, and it is. 5 team fouls now for Colfax, the second on Kirkland.
Like to see Colfax penetrate more, not settle for that shot so early.
Placer drives right side and thrown up and in, Maddie Hernandez.
Excellent drive by Maddie. Nice English on the ball, good concentration.
On the other end of the court, that pass is just out of the reach of Jeanette Williams, and that is Colfax's 5th turnover.
You know, Steve, that was not a bad pass. I think Jeanette took her eyes off the ball, looking at the rim a little bit too early. There we see the drive to the basket. Nice body control using the glass. Excellent layup.
Placer back to a 9-point lead. That pass almost knocked out. Vanderdoes manages to control it. Long three. Not a great shot, but the rebound falls to Vanderdoes, who drives the lane. Blocked by Bauer, but I believe this foul will actually be called on Glisson.
Once again, Vanderdoes is the best athlete out there, the quickest, the strongest girl. And they're rebounding as she should. Hard foul by the Falcons, but not a dirty play. She went for the ball and got made just a hard, clean foul there.
Yeah, and that foul is on McKenna Glisson, so the block was considered clean as she hits her first free throw.
Bailey Vanderdoes has really nice free throw form. Locks her elbows, follows through. Looks like she has a very, very nice looking free throw. Big advantage for the big girl. You get fouled a lot. Got to make free throws.
And she does make both of hers.
Yeah, good form. Very good form.
Vanderdoes with 7.
Her brother's on the full ride at UCLA. 6'5", 305, defensive tackle.
Very athletic family. That ball stripped clean by Maddie Hernandez, and then she travels with it.
Maddie knew it. She got that smile on her face, but good anticipation by her with a two-handed steal. There we see the steal again. You can see she shuffles her feet. Good anticipation. Got to keep those feet still.
Held up just long enough by Avila. With some excellent ball handling, dishes off. Falls to her again, drives with the left hand, jump stop out to Hyman. Long three. Very short offensive rebound. No good, and this time I believe Bauer will be called for an over the back.
Steve, that was an NBA three. That's a little too far out, a little out of her range. Got to know where you are on the court. You have to know your court geography.
That's team foul number 7 for Colfax. The first on Bauer, but this will result in a 1-and-1, and shooting will be Raquel Chiarde.
That means the Hill Gals will be in the 1-and-1 or double bonus the rest of the second quarter.
Chiarde is 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
Obviously struggles at the free throw line. Ball came off her little finger that time. It's got to come off your index finger last.
Hyman drives all the way to the basket. No good, and Vanderdoes blocks out and gets the rebound.
Colfax has to make those layups in this game. That's a must.
Placer with an 11-point lead. Vanderdoes for 3, and it is good.
Had her feet set, stepped into the jump shot, pass was right into her shooting pocket. Nice play by the Placer Hill Gals.
And the lead is up to 13, biggest lead of the night.
Now Colfax is stuck on 10 and 12.
Lily looking to get something going on. A long three from Avila is no good, but an offensive rebound by Bauer. Another three by Avila is no good, and that will rim all the way out of bounds.
Once again, these are our open shots. However, I'd like to see the Falcon girls go to the hoop, get the Hill Gals in trouble a little bit. Hit a couple threes, though. It could be a different game. We'll see. Timeout, Colfax.
Colfax on the season has shot 29% from beyond the arc, and tonight they are 1 for 11. I see the KC Wood scoreboard. Placer Hillmen keep their offensive pressure, and Colfax has been stuck on 10 and 12 for this entire quarter.
Well, once again, I think Placer's the decided favorite here. They're bigger, stronger, more athletic than the Colfax girls. The Colfax girls are scrappy. They need to hit some shots. This game oftentimes boils down to that. You got to make open shots. And if they can hit a couple of these open shots, they can get back in this game. It's very early yet. A lot of ball to be played. Don't lose heart. Keep playing hard.
Placer's offensive production has been pretty consistent. Chiarde, Hernandez, and Vanderdoes with most of the production. A nice pass down low. And the rebound comes up, and a travel is called on, I believe they're going to call this on Lily.
Yeah, they did, Steve. That's a tough call because it looked like a jump ball situation. Would have been Placer's ball either way, so I guess it's not really, it's a moot point.
That just results in a turnover instead of an offensive rebound for the Lady Hillmen. Nice pass down low. Offensive rebound almost stripped away by Lily. And the possession arrow on the jump ball stays with the Lady Hillmen.
Big girl's got to keep the ball high. Don't bring it down.
Nice inbound play is no good, and a loose ball foul will be called on Placer.
Very, very beautiful out of bounds play, everything but the finish.
And that foul is on Vanderdoes, her first of the night, so any hope of her getting in foul trouble and leaving early is not going to happen. That ball knocked away. Now a 5-on-4 develops. Long shot. She was a bit too open and too out of control to really get close to the basket on that.
That is the operative word, Steve. She had a wide open free throw line, but she didn't come under control. She's floated forward.
There's another three on the way.
Boom.
And hits it. Maddie Hernandez now with 8 on the night.
I think Coach for Colfax may think about getting out of the zone and going back man because they're starting to hit those outside threes.
Hyman with the drive, gives to Bauer. Bauer looked like she had a fairly open shot, but passes it out. Bauer now takes it again. A little tripped up by Vanderdoes. Offensive rebound, puts it up. No good, but she will shoot 2.
Excellent move by Kylie Bauer. Nice head fake, nice step under move. And she's on the line, rewarded with 2 free throws.
28-12 is the score, 40.9 seconds on the clock.
Steve, Colfax has scored. It's been a long scoring drought.
Into the game is Gabby Baker for Bailey Vanderdoes. They are both 6'1". Second free throw no good, but Colfax comes up with the offensive rebound. There's a nice pass and move by Lily, and Lily does not miss the layup. She is on the scoreboard with 2. That ball's knocked away by Bauer. A jump ball, and the possession arrow stays with the Falcons.
All right, 25 seconds left in the half. Let's see if Colfax goes for the last shot of the first half.
Well, down 13, they're going to need a little bit more than 1 shot, but getting the last shot to fall could do a lot to swing the momentum their way.
Looks like they're going to try to score, yeah.
There's a 3 on the way, no good.
See, now they gave Placer the last shot. Not what they wanted to do, I don't believe.
Well, Placer runs up the court with it quickly, down to 8 seconds. Nice pass down low, no good. Rebound Baker. Another rebound pops out, and that 3 will not count. So at the end of an action-packed first half of basketball, the Placer Lady Hillmen lead by 13 by a score of 28-15. See the Casey Wood scoreboard. Placer putting up 17 points, and Colfax only manages 5.
You know, Steve, from a coach's perspective, I would be telling my players if I was the Colfax girls coach, keep plugging away. You're getting open shots. Some of them will eventually go down. Keep scrapping. And Placer, I would continue to pound the offensive glass. You have a definite size and strength advantage. And just continue doing what you're doing. Get on the free throw line, get Colfax in foul trouble, which will hurt them with their lack of depth. But even though it's 28-15, it's not over yet. A lot of ball to be played here.
That is very, very true. We still have a whole half of basketball. And with that, we will step aside, come back with some first half stats and the second half inbound on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Accidents happen, and Trips Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
We are back at Colfax High School, halftime, 28-15 lead for the Placer Lady Hillmen, and it has been a very interesting half of basketball from quite a different way than we were really expecting, especially after the first quarter, and really these 2 quarters were very, very different. Placer out-rebounding Colfax by a total of 20-13, but in the second quarter, Colfax only managed 1 defensive rebound, and Placer had 6 offensive rebounds. So the paint control just went completely towards Placer. They had way too many second chance opportunities and really cut down on the first chance opportunities of the Lady Falcons. And I talked about ball control early. Colfax and Placer both had 2 turnovers in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Placer had 2 and Colfax had 5. So they really shot themselves in the foot there. 5 turnovers. Only 1 on a Placer steal, so that's 4 that were just travels, balls thrown out of bounds, just really simple mistakes that need to be corrected. For 3-pointers, Placer on the season is shooting 26%, but in the first half they shot 36%, 4 for 11. And Colfax, which is a 29% team, they're a better 3-point shooting team on the season, just 1 for 12 or 8.3%. And that is really not what they wanted to see. A lot of those shots came early with a lot of time on the shot clock. They didn't need to take them, and yet they did and couldn't come up with the second chance points to even make it worth it. Both teams 50% from the free throw line. Colfax is 50% on the season. Placer is 66%, so not really what they were looking for. But they really don't need that kind of momentum right now. They are in control of this game offensively and defensively. Looking at the scoring leaders, no one for Colfax has 5 points. Kira Hyman has 4. Kirkland, Avila, and Bauer all have 3, and Lilly with 2, and that's all it is for Colfax. Over for Placer, Maddie Hernandez with 8, Bailey Vanderdos with 10, and Raquel Chiarte with 6. So they have 3 5-plus point players. It really is looking pretty grim for Colfax, but not impossible. They really need to get back, keep the ball control, make better percentage shots, and really keep Colfax from getting in the paint, because they were really just driving and passing in the paint at will, especially in the second quarter.
I agree. I think Colfax is in a pick your poison situation. They played man-to-man, and they're undersized. They didn't match up well, so they went to the zone. The problem with the zone is it's hard to block off. So Placer got a lot of offensive rebounds when Colfax was in the zone. So again, you've got to score. Colfax went through a long scoring drought in the first half. as you mentioned, some quick shots, a couple ill-advised shots, but they had a lot of open shots that they also missed. So you never know. Hopefully they can make some open shots. 13 points, very easy to come back from that. So we're hoping for that. The other thing is Taylor Avila is the key to Colfax. If she can play, that shoulder stays in, they have a chance.
Yeah, that is very, very important. Bailey Vanderdoos was very, very effective both on defense and on offense. She was, at the very least, a presence on defense, making sure that those second chance opportunities don't come for Colfax. Colfax had 5 offensive rebounds, so the second chance opportunities were there, but like you said, they're just not making the open shots.
Well, you know, the question, how do you handle Bailey Vanderdoos? We have nobody that is as big, strong, quick, or as athletic as she is. She's a very good athlete. She has good basketball skills. She's the best player on the floor. When she wants to be, she can dominate. So hopefully she'll stay. She might fall asleep here in the second half. We need something like that, but when she's playing, lights out, forget it.
And be sure to join us next week for the senior night at Nevada Union. The Lady Miners taking on Wood Creek. And that'll definitely be another night of basketball. But we'll step aside. Once again, it's the Lady Falcons and the Lady Hillmen on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Magnuson's Toyota and Scion is celebrating 25 years serving you in the foothills. Right now, Magnuson's carries the first all-electric SUV, and they're still the home of the Toyota Tundra. Magnuson's Dodge Chrysler Jeep is right down the street and features the new Ram diesel truck, Jeep Wranglers, and Grand Jeep Cherokee. It's Magnuson's Auburn Toyota and Magnuson's Dodge, both in Auburn.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Gil. We are back at live action, and a quick 2-point scored there by Placer. I believe that was Vanderdoos.
No, that was Chiarte that time, Steve.
Oh.
Yeah, a little post move. Colfax opened up man-to-man here in the second half. Got out of the zone.
So Colfax now looking to cut the lead, which is now at 15, the score 30-15. Colfax looking for some offensive production. Pass down low for Bauer. Bauer on Vanderdoos, and Bauer draws the foul. Vanderdoos is not happy. I'm not sure if it's not happy with the call or not happy with herself for fouling.
Well, Kylie Bauer made a nice head fake at the high post, drove with her left hand, All but the finish to see if he should make 2 free throws.
And the shot is good for Bauer. Bauer now with 4 points. That ties her with Hyman for the team lead.
Kylie's got a nice looking free throw, good rotation. A little hard that time.
Yeah, off the back of the rim, rebound taken. Lady Hillmen. The lead is now down to 14. There's a 3 from the corner. Is no good. Rebound taken by Bauer. Good job of getting position.
Great rebound in traffic with one hand.
And Avila quickly up the court. With 20 seconds on the shot clock, they will set up their offense. Bauer thought about taking the mid-range. Jump shot, drives, and gets the easy basket.
Another good drive, that time with her right hand. I don't understand why Vanderdoos allows her to catch the ball and is way off her. She's at the free throw line.
Yeah, Vanderdoos did not get position on that play. And that wide open pass to Nicole Lee is wide left and out of bounds. So Placer with a quick turnover and Coach Camelucci with a quick timeout.
I think Coach Camelucci might be mentioning to Miss Vanderdoos that you can't allow somebody to catch the ball at the free throw line without a struggle.
That was a rare bad judgment call by Bailey Vanderdoos, who has been pretty lights out on both sides of the ball tonight.
Well, you know, Steve, when she got that foul call, she was a little frustrated, and maybe she's a little frustrated. We'll see. See how she reacts.
See the Casey Wood scoreboard. Colfax on the losing end of this 30-18 game.
All right, Colfax is in the same set. Let's see if she allows the ball to go to the free throw line again.
She's playing up on power. Avila on the right side, looking to pass down low. Does so, but a travel is called on Williams. Each team with 1 turnover in the quarter so far. Colfax with 8 total, Placer with 5. That pass is reeled in, and after some nice passing, Vanderdoos gets the open layup.
That's the high-low seal out of 1-3-1 set. Very nice post pass. That's where Vanderdoos belongs, right around that basket where she can do damage.
Colfax again looking to get in the paint. Nice jumper off the glass.
Hey, Steve, where did she catch that ball?
Right about the free throw line.
Wide open at the free throw line jump shot. You got to guard her.
32-20 is the score with 5:25 on the clock. Pass down low for Chiarde. Nicely caught and nicely put in. Chiarde with 10.
Strong finish by Chiarde.
34-20 is the score. Colfax with it right side. And dribbled back out. Looking to get the ball to Kirkland down low off a screen, but the timing just isn't there. And we have a foul on the drive called on Wegner.
That's 2 team fouls on Placer, none on Colfax.
And it looks like Coach Simpton calls the timeout.
Yeah, 20-second timeout for the Falcons. Once again, in the second half, Colfax has gotten a little better shots, gone to the basket a little stronger. They've gotten their post player open to the free throw line. As long as that is there, they should continue to do so.
Yeah, Bauer is now the team leader with 8 points. She has 8 of the team's 20. So they may have found an offensive weapon early in the second half.
Well, it's a very simple adjustment. I think Coach Camelucci told Miss Vanderdoos, please don't let them catch the ball at the free throw line, deny that pass.
After the foul, Colfax will inbound with a fresh shot clock. We've got a Placer player, that's Wegner, who's tying her shoes at the half court, which is what we were waiting on. Nicely guarded inbound play by the Lady Hillmen. Finally out to Bauer. Bauer with the left hand tried to switch to the right hand, but nice effort to get that offensive rebound out to the point. Long two by Bauer is no good. Another Colfax offensive rebound, and they need to settle down and make use of that fresh shot clock. Hyman has it. Shot clock is now down to 13. Pass down to Avila. Avila almost loses it. And a long three is on the way, and good by Hyman. Another NBA three, but this time she got it there. Nice drive and a block by Bauer. Now quickly up court, almost out of bounds, but Hyman secures it. A three on the way. No good, but Avila comes up with the rebound. Down in the corner, it's taken away. And Placer will slow the pace down. Hernandez up top to Vanderdoes. Vanderdoes for three. Off the back of the rim, and that will fly out to the Placer bench.
Once again, I think a very questionable shot by a 6' 1" post player out there shooting threes.
Colfax has the 34-23 with 3:35 left in the third quarter. Some offensive production from the Lady Falcons after scoring just 5 points in the second quarter. This defense by Hernandez, and Hernandez is going to get called for a foul. Team foul number 3 on the Lady Hillmen.
Colfax much more effective when they try to get in the paint on the dribble drive motion offense. That opens out the perimeter game for them too.
And they're finally getting Placer in foul trouble.
Yep, 13 foul, long way to go yet. Just so they can penetrate in the paint again on this trip.
Kirkland to Avila. Avila pulls up, takes the three. It's short. She ran in to get her own rebound, but Vanderdoes reels it in before she can get there.
That's a very questionable shot. They've had a lot of success going to the basket.
Placer right side down low for Hernandez. Hernandez turns and shoots and draws the foul. Colfax with 8 points so far in this quarter. Placer with 6.
Steve, I really like Raquel Chiarte's game. She stays within herself. She plays around the basket as she should. She has good post moves. Looks like her free throw is her weak link, but I tell you what, she plays hard and does a lot of good things.
Lilly comes in for Williams for Colfax, and the second free throw by Chiarte on the way. And she makes the adjustment and hits both.
That time they came off the index finger nicely. Nice rotation, good looking free throw.
36-23 is the score now. A nice pass on the run to Kirkland. Kirkland has to give out for Avila. Avila tries to go baseline but is cut off. And Kirkland will reestablish that pass to Bauer. Almost gets away. She reels it in. And now that's going to be ripped away by Hernandez, but quick whistle on the jump ball, and the possession arrow stays with the Lady Falcons with 5 on the shot clock. And there's a push on Chiarte. On the inbound play, there was some confusion on the screens. And I'm not going to say flop, but I am going to say that contact didn't look too major. Long pass finds its way to Kirkland, and with a fresh shot clock, Colfax is able to set up, but she dribbles it off her own foot. So instead that will be a Colfax turnover.
It's a big defensive trip for the Falcons. They got to stay in contact here.
Strong move to the basket, blocked by Kirkland. Kirkland 4 inches shorter than Raquel Chiarte and still manages to get the clean block. Bauer is going to get called for a travel as she took a step after the pass fake and gets dinged for it. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter, still 36-23. Nice handoff, but no finish. And Colfax quick the other way. Avila down for Bauer. Bauer from the free throw line. No good. Rebound taken by Vanderdoes, and Avila quickly ties her up. Looked like she got a little contact before she got to the ball, but
well,
no
once
call.
again, you know, you get her defensive board, you got to have the ball physically touch your chin, flare your elbows, don't bring the ball down so little people can tie you up like that. Very curious to see how many times they allow the ball to go to the free throw line uncontested. There's no defense in the world that should allow that to happen. Unfortunately, we're missing free throw line jump shots.
And Avila is 8 inches shorter than Vanderdoes.
Yeah.
And there's finally a Placer turnover, and they slow it down at the half court. The minute 16 remaining.
Let's see Bauer at the high post. There's nobody on her.
To Avila. Avila gets it knocked out of her hands, but she reels it in. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Bauer gets it knocked out of her hand, but she recovers, and it's a jump ball possession arrow with the Falcons.
Bauer early in the game made some very decisive moves with her right and left hand. She's just got to catch it and go strong to the basket.
4 seconds on the shot clock. High pass for Bauer, gets it at the three-point line. 1 second, and they don't get the shot off. Another Colfax turnover. That is 4. None of them have come on Placer steals. .45 seconds to go in the third quarter. There's a down pass for Lee. Lee kicks it out to Hernandez. Hernandez drives baseline, puts up the reverse, draws the foul, and makes the layup.
That was a beautiful, beautiful baseline drive. She's below the plane of the basket, reached back, laid it back over her head. Excellent, excellent layup by number 11. Maddie Hernandez. Nice move, Maddie. Here you see taking baseline. Cardinal rule, put your foot out of bounds, don't let them go baseline. Reaches back. That's called a layback. Beautiful layback. Nice English on it. That's a Division I move.
Back to live action. Hernandez misses the free throw. And quickly up the court. Avila can't make her own layup and almost gets the steal on Hernandez. 15 seconds, shot clock is off. So a nice quick steal by Colfax. Quick down the court. 5 seconds now, a three on the way. Bang! Kylie Bauer. And even though the scoreboard says 38-26 Placer, the gym for a few fleeting seconds is all Colfax.
Well, once again, Steve, where did she catch that ball? Right at the top of the circle. Nobody was near her. And she made a shot, banked it in. Probably lucky to bank it in, but she's been open the whole second half. I continue to go to her at the free throw line. Placer, once again, when they get the ball inside, they're so much stronger and bigger than the Falcons. They have a decided advantage. Let's see if they keep going to it. I tell you, watching Taylor Avila, what a little tiger, man. She plays really hard. You can see why Coach said she's one of the toughest girls she's ever coached.
And you see the Casey Wood scoreboard. Placer finally outscored in a quarter, 11-10. And if you notice, the first quarter score 11-10 Placer. So all Colfax has to do is flip the second quarter numbers, and they will tie this game.
Well, Colfax is in contact. 12 points is not insurmountable. I think if they can keep going to the hoop, they have 14 fouls on Placer, get on the 1-and-1 early, get on the free throw line. They have some hope here. It's definitely an uphill battle, though.
Bauer, who has 11 points tonight, is only averaging 8.9, so she is already over her season average on the night. Placer inbounds. That pass knocked away and a quick steal by Colfax. Give it to Avila. Avila down in the corner, wide open three. Barely gets her in, but Bauer with the offensive rebound puts it back up and in.
Ball barely hit the rim. The rebound came to her. She put it back in. Nice offensive board.
Colfax has 4 offensive rebounds in this half. Placer has 0. A nice turnaround in the paint. That ball knocked out of bounds by Hyman and will stay with the Lady Hillmen. Colfax out-rebounded Placer in that quarter 8-3. There's a quick three by Vanderdoes, and she gets it in.
Did you hear her call bank, Steve, when she let that one go? I'm not sure if she wanted to bank that one. Well, it went in, though.
And that is all that matters. 41-28 is the score. Placer with a 13-point lead. 7 minutes remaining in the game. Avila with it right side. Calling out the play. 6 on the shot clock. Avila manages to dribble baseline, spins away from Vanderdoes, but misses the rim, and Vanderdoes comes down with the rebound. Nice play with just no finish. Quick drive, and she splits the defense and draws the foul. I believe this foul will be on Avila, and it is. That is the 3rd team foul, and Avila's first of the game. For such a tenacious player to only have 1 foul in the 4th quarter is a testament to her discipline. Long pass to Vanderdoes. .22 on the shot clock. Nice down pass for Lee. Lee has to dish it out to Vanderdoes for 3, and she is 2 for 2 in the quarter, and 18 points on the night. Bauer with it at the free throw line. Spins away from Vanderdoes, puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound blocked, and this time Placer comes down with it. Long pass for Vanderdoes. Vanderdoes takes another 3. This one's no good, and that ball will fly out of bounds. I believe that was off Hyman, and that is the call. Kirkland comes in for Lilly. 16-point lead for the Lady Hillmen. They have a fresh shot clock and 5:42 remaining in the game. I believe they will start bleeding time off. And we have an offensive foul call, I believe, on Maddie Hernandez.
Actually, I think they called it on Vanderdoes, did they not?
No, he called that on Hernandez.
Oh, okay.
I think
no, you're right, number 11.
Illegal screen.
Never saw it.
The other end, a 3 comes in, no good. Bauer with the offensive rebound. Another 3 on the way, no good. And this time Hernandez reels it in.
Well, Colfax needs to score here pretty soon when this game is going to be over. We're running out of time. Timeout, Placer.
I think Coach Camelucci is realizing that his team is not getting enough clock to run in their possessions, up 16. And you see the Casey Wood scoreboard. Placer already with more points than Colfax scored in the 2nd quarter, up 6-2 and 44-28 on the game. So Colfax, you're absolutely right, Ron. They need to start putting points on the board soon, quickly, and often.
Well, Steve, I look for Colfax to press, either man-to-man or zone press. They're going to have to do something to shake the game up. I think you're right. Placer is going to have to be a little more patient. They can't lose their aggressiveness. There's a lot of time in the game. I'd like to see them pound the ball inside a little bit because that's where their advantage is. Vanderdoes has hit 2 threes, so she has displayed her all-around game, which is nice, but from a team aspect, she could do a lot of the damage around the basket. They post her up. I still can't figure out why they're allowing Colfax to catch the ball at the free throw line uncontested. If you get the ball at the free throw line, you can go right, you can go left, or you can shoot it right there. There's too many options.
And at this point in the game, you're really not worried about three-pointers from Placer anymore.
Well,
be sure to join us next week as the Lady Miners take on Wood Creek. It is their senior night tomorrow, and we will bring you all the basketball action on the Touchdown Production Sports Network. And we see Placer running some time off the clock, down to 6. Long three from Vanderdoes, that misses everything. And the rebound is almost taken by Chiarte, but it is dropped out of bounds.
Well, that time Colfax dropped into their 2-3 zone that time. Need some quick hitters, some quick scores, and get into a press.
Avila brings the ball up again. Colfax down 16. Goes for Kirkland. Kirkland spins away from the defense. Puts up the shot, no good. Vanderdoes throws it out, and Avila, of course, right there to get the jump ball, and the possession arrow stays with the Lady Falcons.
Great hustle by both girls in that situation.
I'm not sure why they reset the shot clock, as I don't believe Placer ever really had possession. But regardless, it did reset. Nice drive to the basket by Janet Williams, who we have not heard too much from tonight, but she does split the defense and get the foul called, so Colfax will shoot free throws. They are 3 for 6 from the line tonight, and as a 50% free throw shooting team, they are right on average, but of course they wanted more just to swing the momentum.
Janet kind of drove into oblivion there with really nowhere to go. The referees bailed her out. Pretty easily called traveling. It looked like both feet shuffled.
The Vanderdoes comes out, and Baker comes in again. No size lost.
Hey, Steve, let's see if they press here. Colfax needs to do something. Needed to press, get some steals, get some quick layups. They need to make the free throw. Let's see if they get into the press. Here they are. They're pressing. They're trapped the first pass, I would believe.
Bauer almost knocks it away, and that pass for Hernandez. Hernandez all the way down for Baker, who is wide open, and Baker puts it in for her first 2 points of the night.
Well, they had 5 people in the front court. They need to have one person as a safety. Nice job by Placer being alert and throwing it deep.
So the lead is back up to 17. Avila with the stutter step drives the basket and draws contact.
Wow, that was a major league hesitation dribble. Head and shoulder fake, blew by the defense. Nice move by Taylor Avila. Got to make some free throws, get back in the press. Better get a safety next time.
Colfax now is 4 for 8, still with the 50%. First free throw is no good. And visible frustration from Taylor Avila at the free throw line.
She's a competitor.
Second shot is good. Colfax 5 for 10.
See, do we have anybody deep this time?
They have Avila guarding Baker. There's a long pass for Nicole Lee. I'm glad she caught that, otherwise that would have hit our table. And a quick foul by Avila.
Colfax only has 3 team fouls, so they have fouls to give. They need some steals. Placer needs to protect the ball and be strong with it.
That's the 4th team foul and the 2nd on Avila, both of them coming in this quarter. That pass knocked away, and Avila gets the steal.
Okay,
and a
1-on-1.
hard foul by Hernandez. It looked like kind of grabbed that rough arm.
Well, if in Colfax's favor, they're going to be able to score some points with the clock stopped. Placer cannot foul anymore. They've got to keep the Falcons off the foul line. That's their best offense.
Lady Falcons now 5 for 11. That rebound almost taken by Bauer. A lot of contact, but Placer comes up with the defensive rebound. Bounce pass for Lee. Knocked out, and again, some more contact from Kirkland after that ball was knocked out of play.
The officials are letting them play.
Let's pass that to Chiarte, and she reels it in. Let's pass down to Lee. Lee drives, no good. And that rebound is tied up between Bauer and Baker. It's a jump ball, stays with the Lady Hillmen. .333 left in the game, 16-point lead by the Lady Hillmen. That pass is knocked away by Hyman. Another Colfax steal. Hillmen all alone, and she takes the easy points.
Timeout, Colfax. That's one of the few easy baskets Colfax has had all night.
And the first 2 points from Hillmen, I believe, in the half. She has been very quiet since we came back from the half, but she made her presence felt there, disrupting the inbound pass and getting the easy 2 points.
See Kira Hillmen in the breakaway layup. Her father's the athletic director here at Colfax High School. Her mother was an excellent girls basketball player here for Jim Ryan, and she's a very good little player herself, so good to see her breaking the scoring column there.
Now Hillmen averages 7.5 points per game. She has 9 tonight. So Colfax with 2 players scoring above their average, and Avila, who averages almost 13 points per game, has 4.
Well, I'm sure Coach Camalucci's over there talking about protecting the ball. You know the Falcons are going to come after you, going to try to strip you. You got to really be strong with the basketball. Colfax coach is probably saying, hey, let's go after them. Let's take some chances. Let's double the ball when we get a chance. Look to shoot the gap, maybe get a steal. Nothing to lose right now. You're down 14. Not a lot of time left.
And you see the Casey Wood scoreboard. Placer on top. 14, outscoring Colfax 8-6 in this quarter. And there's still almost 3.5 minutes of basketball left tonight.
Colfax will switch to a man-to-man press.
Shot clock down to 20. They do finally manage to get to the half court, and that pass broken up.
Bad decision that time. Should have pulled it back out, ran some clock.
Avila quickly up court. 3 passed up by Kirkland. Avila wide open. Takes the 3, no good. And that ball will rim all the way out of bounds.
That was a big miss right there, wide open. Just missed it. That's too bad. That would have been a big 3.
Colfax just 3 of 19 from the 3-point line tonight. And that passes in and out of the hands of Gabby Baker. I am not sure why Placer is pressing so hard to get under the basket when all they need to do is establish a half-court presence.
Yeah, you know, Steve, once again, where it's easy to see from the sideline what should be done, but they should be running some clock off. But that's what the press is designed to do, speed you up, make some bad decisions. We'll see if they've got a nice cushion here, 14-point lead, but you don't want to see that happen if you're Placer.
Avila drives to the basket all by herself and puts it in. So Avila, with 6 on the night, cuts the lead to 12. Placer breaks the press, and now they pull up and look to burn some time. That shot blocked decisively by Bauer. And now Avila brings it up. She's got a step, goes into Baker, and draws the foul.
Once again, Colfax trying to score with the clock stopped. They have to make free throws now. You can't go 1 for 2 or 0 for 2. You got to get set up in your press. And we'll see, here comes Vanderdoos back in for the Hill Gals. Yeah.
And you look now, Colfax is 5 for 12 on free throws.
That hurts.
And you look at that, and then you look at the scoreboard, and you go, well, 7 points, that makes this a 5-point game. Another miss, but the rebound taken by Bauer.
Nice pass.
Down low to Bauer. Bauer too hard off the glass.
Got to finish that. Got to finish those layups.
2:02 left, and a foul on Hillmen as she got all wrist.
Still not 1-on-1, Steve.
That's team foul number 5. Colfax has 9. So the next foul will result in 2 free throws for Colfax. Hernandez down the side. Long pass skips to Lewis, back out to Vanderdoos, and now Placer will run some time. Hernandez takes it, and it's stripped by Lilly. All the way down court, Lilly puts it up. Too hard off the glass, rebound Vanderdoos, and foul on Hillmen.
Still not 1-on-1, that's a 16 foul. Once again, missed layups, missed free throws. That hurts when you're trying to make a comeback.
Just taking a look at these fourth quarter stats, Placer with 5 defensive rebounds to Colfax's 1, but Colfax with 4 offensive rebounds to Placer's 0. Placer with 7 turnovers, Colfax with none. They get to the half court. There's the pass down low and a quick shot up and in by Wegner. Those are her first 2 points of the game. 48-34 now with 1:16. Pass to Hyman. Hyman drives, dishes to Bauer. Bauer up and in.
Beautiful pass by Hyman. Nice bounce pass in traffic.
And nice body control by Bauer. She had to maneuver around Vanderdoes in the paint. Hernandez, long pass up to Vanderdoes. Vanderdoes puts it up and gets the roll.
Excellent move. Nice jump hook. Way to go to the basket strong.
And timeout by Coach Simpton. And Bailey Vanderdoes has 20 of Placer's 50 points. And with 49 seconds left to go, I'd be surprised if I didn't see some subs come in for both these teams.
Well, Colfax, I think, has played all their girls. All 8 of them have played, I'm pretty sure. We'll see if Coach Camalucci will filter some of his non-starters in. But it's been an excellent game. Both teams have played very hard. Basketball is a game of mistakes, and who can make the fewest? Both teams have made some mistakes, but the effort by both teams has been outstanding. It's fun to watch high school girls who play this hard or this committed to being players. They both should be proud of their efforts.
And you see the Casey Wood scoreboard. Placer goes back to outscoring Colfax 12-10 in the quarter, and it is 50-36. Again, with 49 seconds left. Colfax will inbound, but at this point, this game is pretty academic, down 14 with less than a minute left.
Very difficult to design a 14-point play, Steve.
With under a minute left, let's talk briefly about player of the game. There are definitely candidates from both teams. I think Kylie Bauer for Colfax has played the best, especially late in the second half, as a 3 on the way, no good.
I agree.
But for Colfax, I think Bailey Vanderdoes has been the #1 reason why Colfax can't get back in this game. She helped bury them early, and her defensive presence really stopped a lot of chances.
I really like Raquel Chiarte, her all-around game, her hustle, her unselfishness. To me, I like her the best, but once again, I will succumb to whatever you want. No question, Bailey Vanderdoes is a very talented player.
Vanderdoes will shoot a 1-and-1 as Placer is finally in the bonus. The first shot is no good. Rebound taken. Chantel Crane, who is in the game replacing Kylie Bauer. Avila takes the 3. It's no good, but a moving screen is called before the shot. That is the first Colfax turnover of the quarter. Placer, meanwhile, has 7. And Coach Camalucci now will take a timeout. Chantel Crane and McKenna Glisson are the only 2 Lady Falcons who don't have points tonight. You see the Casey Wood scoreboard. The Placer Lady Hillmen still up by 14, 21.6 seconds left. And it looks like the Placer Lady Hillmen have put this game away finally. Colfax looked to push late, outscoring Placer in the 3rd quarter, but by then there was just not enough time. The lead was too big to come back from.
That's true. Placer played an excellent game. Colfax played hard. Both teams are going to the playoffs. Both teams have a lot of basketball to look forward to. They both should have home games this coming week.
Taking a look at the season averages, Chiarte has 12 points. She averages 12 points per game. Mandy Hernandez has 10 points. She averages 10 points per game. So they have both played exactly up to their season stats. 6 seconds left. There is no shot clock. 3-2, a shot on the way. No good, and that is the game with Placer keeping their record perfect. They move to a perfect 10-0 in league, defeating the Colfax Falcons, who will finish at 8-2 by a final score of 50-36.
If you know, Lady Falcons fans, our ladies are ranked number 3 in all of the San Joaquin section, and they will be home next week, hosting playoff games on Tuesday and Thursday. That's right, the number 3 team in all of the Sac Joaquin section Division 4 playoffs start Tuesday right here at the Pucci Pavilion at Colfax High School. We'll see you then.
Just going over some of these statistics that I've just about finished compiling. And I now have. Colfax statistically played an excellent game. They were pace for pace with Placer in just about every mark. Colfax finishes the game with 27 rebounds, Placer with 29. Placer finished with 15 turnovers, Colfax with 12. Colfax with 9 steals, Placer with 3, none of which came in the second half, but at that point they really didn't need to force Colfax to turn the ball over that much. Placer 6 for 17 3-pointers. Colfax was 3 for 20, so only half as good. And in terms of free throws, Placer stayed at 5 and 10. Colfax 5 and 13. So those 8 points, looking back now, so big. When you consider that the final deficit was just 14, you make those free throws. It's just a 6-point game, and that is entirely more manageable than double digits.
Well, I think it's the difference between a Division 4 school and a Division 3 school. Placer is bigger, stronger, more athletic. Both teams very well coached. Both teams play exceptionally hard. Both teams play good basketball. But Placer's a little better than Colfax. There's no question about it. And I think both teams will enter their respective playoffs and are going to win some games. And I think Placer definitely has a chance to win the D3 section title this year. Colfax D4, there's a lot of private schools. I don't believe it's a level playing field. When you get the Brookside Christians and those schools that openly recruit players, it's going to be difficult. But Colfax will make noise in the playoffs. Once again, I think both teams should be proud of their efforts. It was a well-played game. I really enjoyed watching Tony at the end of the game. He got some girls in the game, and one of his girls got a shot up and went over and gave a big hug. You can tell the girls really like playing for Coach Simpkin. And so, just a great experience. They have nothing to look back on this season, but with pride, both teams.
Yeah, taking a look at the individual scoring statistics, Bailey Vanderdoes led everyone with 20 points. That's 4 points above her game average. And she was the only Placer player, I believe, to score above her average. Hernandez and Chiarte both scored exactly at their average with 10 and 12 respectively. And I think it's really no question that Vanderdoes was the one who really iced this game. She put him ahead. Chiarte was very present from an offensive point of view, not so much from a defensive point of view, and Vanderdoes did let Bauer get some easy shots. Bauer finishes with a team-high 15, which is almost double her average for the game. And I think she was definitely the biggest offensive threat late for Colfax, but for Placer, Bailey Vanderdoes with 20 points and I don't even know how many blocks. If there was a statistic for shots that went away just because she threatened to block it, I think she would have led that category tonight. So I think we'll give player of the game to number 34, Bailey Vanderdoes, who helped Coach Camelucci and the Placer Lady Hillmen finish with a perfect 10-0 league record this year. That's pretty special. You don't see a perfect season too often, especially at the high school level, and especially in this league, which is usually so competitive. But both these teams probably will get home games in the playoffs next week. I believe I heard the Falcons announcer say that Colfax was certainly getting a home game next week, which will be quite a treat for the Colfax students.
Yes, Steve, the top 4 teams are guaranteed 2 home games. Colfax right now is number 3 in the Division 4 rankings.
Our executive producer tonight, Gilbert M. Dominguez. Camera operators, Sanyu Enos, Tony Rondini, and Terry Wallace. Announcer Steve Sitter along with Ron Pucci. Ron, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Remote Facilities, Commander 2. Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, and Reeby's Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions and Stookie Engravers tonight going to Bailey Vanderdoes. Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graziano, LLP. And that wraps up the regular season in the SFL and the PVL, with the Colfax Lady Falcons falling to the Placer Lady Hillmen. We'll see you next week when the Lady Miners take on the Wood Creek Timberwolves for their final game right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Good night.